It doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter what you look like, everyone is welcome in the Claret and Blue family. Villa in Harmony, a group set up at the club by members of staff dealing with the issues of equality and diversity. We've come along to one of their meetings.
We started Villa in Harmony back in 2005 because there was a call from the Premier League for all clubs to commit to achieving Kick It Out's racial equality standard. The very first group of Villa in Harmony that we got together, I can't take credit for it, but somebody had the fantastic idea that instead of just focusing on racial equality, why don't we make sure we cover the whole broad equality characteristics that are out there and make sure that we focused our efforts on everything and all forms of discrimination as opposed to just racial discrimination.
Somebody enjoys football, they don't have to be categorised and they don't have to be discriminated against to enjoy football. That everybody should be able to come and they should be able to enjoy themselves in their own right.
Villa in Harmony has been priceless. It is a brilliant committee. We do lots around the club I think that people don't know about, but it just involves the community, people from within. It's brilliant.
In 2010 came the Equalities Act, where Kick It Out responded to that by broadening their standard to a full equality standard and not just a racial equality standard. We'd got a head start over a lot of the other football clubs, and I think that's one of the reasons perhaps why we're one of only two clubs that have the advanced level with ourselves and Arsenal, is because we took that early approach to make sure that we ensured Villa in Harmony covered all forms of discrimination and the positive work that we've been doing ever since. Clearly Villa Park, one of our challenges here is that we have 3 stands that were built before there was a Disability Discrimination Act. So the number of actual wheelchair spaces that we have within Villa Park is quite low compared to quite a few of our sort of Premier League competitors. However, we've worked very hard over the years to make as many reasonable adjustments as we possibly can so that Villa Park is accessible on match days for people across, with all sorts of disabilities. And we now average on any Premier League game approximately 450 disabled people that are inside Villa Park accessing the facilities.
And it's very important, obviously, from the club's point of view, because the club obviously prides itself on being an equal opportunity company. And as many people will be aware, in equality terms, obviously, it's important because the club not only provides goods and services to the public, it's an employer of staff as well.
Villa is exceptional. I mean, I've been here a good 20 years, near enough, and it's amazing. The work we do in the community, in schools and through football.
Well, by using our own time, going out there representing the club to provide and help and pitch in with everyone else. So really the most important part is being part of the local community, getting there, helping them and showing that Aston Villa care.
I think one of the important things that we do here in our approach to equality and diversity is what you've seen today, is that we actually meet and talk about it. And that's a very, very first important step towards awareness around the issues of equality and diversity, and actually making sure that we've got people, as you've seen, from all departments at the club, so that we've got somebody within each of those departments, and it might be as simple as being at a coffee station making a cup of coffee, that can have discussions and debates about the various issues that go on in the world around equality and diversity, making sure that the impact of what we do with the Villa in Harmony Committee is felt club-wide and not just by the people who specifically get involved in being Villa in Harmony ambassadors.
Living in such a diverse city like Birmingham, you kind of naturally tend to kind of cater to all community groups, and we've made a concerted effort to go out and talk with the various different community groups that we have in Birmingham, interact with them, go to the events, and even kind of the community programs that we have we make a concerted effort to make sure that we are geographically spread across Birmingham and Greater Birmingham so that we are engaging and interacting with all communities.
The fans play a fantastically important part, and what I've seen over the years is a very, very clear change from back in the early days of Kick It Out being formed when racial abuse and in particular was very prevalent. What you see now is how quickly if anybody sees or hears anything inside a stadium, how there's a desire amongst the fans to report it and to make sure that the club, in conjunction with West Midlands Police, do something about it.
Lots of debates go on, lots of arguments go on, but it's the arguments aren't too bad. It's usually somebody who has a distinct opinion on something. It's good, it's enjoyable.
It is enlightening, really. I mean, I've worked in a number of companies before, and there's never been anything like this. So, you know, for me, it's quite unique, and, you know, as I say, enlightening, really.
The work they do is kind of the same as my faith, you know, and it's good, and it's good hard work, and it's just part of me. I'm happy to be among such lovely people.